Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer, and this is the Road to the Record, where I work to achieve mastery of 10 games in a hunt for the best score of the Decathlon. If you like what you see, remember to hit that like button. And if you want to see more, hit subscribe. Let the games begin. This is Football Manager 2018, and this is a lower league manager series, and it's week 19 of competition. My team, Decathlon FC, has been promoted from the Vanarama National League North, the lowest playable division in the English Pyramid, to the Vanarama National League. This is the lowest level that has a singular league across the entire nation of England. And we're actually off to an excellent start, much to my surprise, here at the beginning of the season. We have 3 wins and 2 draws and have yet to lose a game on the season. I know that will change. We're actually second place in the league right now, but I really expect to only be midfield, maybe upper mid, maybe on the edge of a playoff spot, but I definitely don't think that we'll be staying this far to the top throughout the season. I don't think we're going to be that good, but things have been a surprise so far. We'll see if that continues. We're going to get into our next game, Game 6 of the season against Halifax Town. It is a home game. That's good for us. And this is one of the more winnable games on our schedule. They are currently 10th place with 8 points. However, we're going to look at a few things before we get into that first game of the stream, but I would like to get our next game against Torquay in as well. So looking at a few things, first, job security is looking very promising, 69% right now. Competitions is starting to fit in with our position in the league. We're just far enough in with 5 games played now. And matches is the same. There's been some pleasant surprises. Club stature is improved after winning the league last year. Transfers is looking pretty good. They weren't so happy with my sell of David Ferguson. They thought we actually could have gotten more out of it, but for a club our size that had never made money off of selling a player, I thought it was a fantastic deal. We got a bunch of money in for that, and as bad as the balance was, I thought it was a tremendous help. I mean, look how much we jumped. Part of that was season ticket sales, but a big chunk of that was the the sell of Ferguson. But anyway, club philosophies. That is a big one that's going to help me all season long. I have brought in a couple of players, and I added a philosophy that I wanted to add a couple big players to the roster. I saw that I had a ton of room in the payroll budget, and I went for it. The board went for it, and even though we had no philosophies and I would have been fine without, here I am getting a big boost to my job security because I signed a couple big name players for this level. The locker room atmosphere is looking really good right now as we are playing well to start the season. Leadership support is there as well, and then tactically they're pretty happy with the way we're playing right now. So job security wise, things are looking good. Of course we will have ups and downs. I've said this before, and others have said this before me. Football Manager is extremely streaky, far more than real life. Yes, teams are streaky in real life, but I don't think it compares to the level that you get on this game, on how streaky things can be. You can win and win and win and win and win, maybe have a couple draws here and there, but you lose one game and then you're gonna start losing and losing and losing. Happens 9 times out of 10. One loss starts a losing streak. So we will not just win and win this season. I know that. I've seen this team through these first 5 games, and we have looked good, but not as dominant as we were a year ago. for sure. One other thing to look at is our club finances, because there was some real concerns last year. As you can see, we had a balance, and then over the course of the season, it just dipped and dipped and dipped and dipped until basically the end of the year. We balanced things out a little bit, but that balance really came down to the board. They kept doing cash injections, keep the team afloat, and they were not happy with how things were going. However, I was within my budget constraints. I hadn't gone over. What the club was really facing financially was the fact that there is huge loan repayments going on monthly. So they're dropping $40,000 a month on loan repayments, and it's just not equating to a profitable balance month by month. So as much as the team has stayed afloat far better, that has had far more to do with the board just kind of keeping us going along. And this is all of our off-season activity, from Ferguson to sponsorship to money coming in for the league and whatnot. So you can't count that one strong profitable month as anything sustainable month by month. So we're going to be taking a look at income month by month and see how things are looking. We've already gained some fundraising and merchandising that seem to put us above kind of where we were at income-wise month by month, as hopefully we are bringing in more money than a year ago. We really should be. We are at a high level. And I had worried last year that when I created the team I took over was playing in the North League of the Vanarama, the National League, and but the team was based in London, so that as I grow and expand, we do have kind of the media market. We do have a population base from which to pull on to put fans in the seats, fill the stadium. So I was worried that travel was a big thing, but I looked at it, and travel costs were really low. I mean, you look at it here, travel costs are really low. And when you really think about it, I mean, come on, England, tiny compared to the travel costs comparatively to the U.S., where I'm based. Well, anyway, we're still well below our payroll budget, so I actually still could make a move this year if I wanted or needed. And we still have quite the travel transfer budget as well available to us. So that is looking pretty good budget-wise, but the balance-wise team is struggling and continuing to struggle. And those debt and loans, they're not going anywhere anytime soon. And they existed before I took over the club, but they're not looking to be paid off until another 18 years from now. So long way to go. And at the rate we've been going, it looks like we might be adding to that debt at some point. And you can see in terms of sponsorships, that's really not much money by any means, but we did bring in that chunk of change. I think this general one was a new sponsorship this year. You can see that's a lot more money than what we had previously coming in. That was our little boost in August. All right, well, let's get to it. Next game coming up is, once again, Halifax Town. One thing, Matthias Kate, our loanee central midfielder, is going to be going out on loan. And I wanted to take a look at that schedule once again here. He leaves here after this game. So I'm going to actually rest him today because I want him to go have a successful go on international duty. and enjoy that, come back happy. And he's got a game, I believe, on the 6th and then the 9th. I don't know for sure if he's going to play or not, but I want to have that opportunity and not have him be too tired. So I'm going to rest him for the game today. And we just played a game a couple days ago, so there will be some rotation necessary anyway, and he did play in that game. So I am a little bit excited to have a player called up to international duty, as that doesn't happen very often with this level. Connor Wood did take a small injury, and he should be back pretty soon. Just a handful of days. Moke has been good to go for about a half to 60 minutes for a while now. He was only good for that last game, and I actually ended up playing him to about 80 minutes. Got lucky he didn't get an injury. I had forgotten momentarily about it, and then we were kind of busy with what was going on in the game, but then I got him out of there, and stuff went on. And Bradley Wood, who was actually out suspended, had a training injury. It was just a few days, but he's good to go, and he played in the last game. All right. Now that we're 5 games in and the standings begin to actually mean something, we have gone from the underdog in pretty much every game to finally being seen as a favorite. But we'll see if that holds. It's only 5 games. All right, so I want to get Kate out of there. And Connor Wood, who took that injury, is not good to go, so means I'm going to be back to Sean Newton at left back for the second time in 3 games. And you can see there's definite fatigue in here. Fortunately for me, the most tired of all is Kate, who is going to be given the day off. I'm going to move Simpson to his more traditional central mid spot, and then we'll sub Kate, maybe Heslop. I did give Benchriff a go, but he did not play particularly well, even though everybody around him was much better. So Benchriff struggles for this level were more apparent than they were at our previous level. So I am kind of hurting for options a little bit here at the moment at central mid, but there is something I'm working on to try to rectify that. I'm trying to bring in another player. Wes Fletcher continues to be outstanding with 6 goals. I grabbed Manager of the Month, and Wes Fletcher just missed getting Player of the Month. All right. These guys are more or less good to go. They are a little fatigued. I'm going to keep Kate available on the bench, I think. And I might get Felix in there, but I don't want to mix things up too much. I mean, we've already got Newton in at left back. We've already got Heslop in. And let's see, Ross. Yeah, I already put in Ross. This is going to be his second start of the year in 6 games, which is about the ratio that I'm going to try to maintain, at least here early in the season. Barclay's gotten into a game but hasn't picked up a rating yet. He came in late in one of those last couple of games. And that might have to stick for now because these guys are the D has been really solid. And even Newton came in, had a really good game. Okay, getting Jason Davis back in there. Moke played the last game, that's right. And then Felix came on really late. So I've already got that rotation taken care of up there. So I think that's what we're going to get for this game. Let's go ahead and get to it. All right, so Bradley Wood, after his suspension, this is his second game of the year. Craig Ross getting his second start of the year. Heslop also making his second appearance. And the rest of these guys are regulars, though Jason Davis has not quite been up to level yet, which is why this is only going to be his fourth game, even though he's supposed to be definitely a first-teamer. Let's see. Oh man. Maybe all the best. Maybe. No, let's be calm. Say all the best. Okay. Nobody's fired up by that, but certainly nothing negative. And when you throw in that I have faith, a lot of guys are motivated by that, especially the defense. All right, we head to the game. It is nice to see we've got a pretty solid crowd on the day. This is a much bigger crowd than we had a year ago. Good attempt going ahead. Out for the early throw in, deep in their territory. But apparently it doesn't amount to anything. In the first 5 minutes, we were grabbing better than 70% of possession, but that's starting to balance out already. Ball ahead to Fletcher. Fletcher towards the corner, into the box. Ooh, takedown on Simpson there. Free kick in a dangerous position, but not dangerous enough. No highlight there. Wood into Houghton. Houghton over to Heslop. Heslop takes the shot off the defender. Ooh, Houghton loses the ball there. Simpson, nice shot. But a little much too close to the keeper there. Keeper, good positioning. Easily makes the save. Little pinball there. Davis over to Simpson to Heslop. Heslop out to the corner where Conley has played very well out on the wing this year. I was a little worried about moving him out and seeing whether his production would drop off. However, Conley and Houghton have combined very well. Over to Conley, ball to Fletcher, gets picked off, back to the defense, and all the way back to the keeper. Ross out to Wood, to Davis, who again has struggled a little bit. Simpson, though, continues to play well. Nice ball in! Oh, save from the keeper. Nearly got the first goal. Heslop taken down. That's a couple times they've taken us down in that spot with our back to the goal. Here's another dangerous free kick. That was off of a different foul just outside the box. And we are tearing them up statistically. One of those two draws that I grabbed, one of those being off camera, was a game that I absolutely dominated. Possession, shots on target. We just could not get the breakthrough we needed. They took advantage of one small opportunity. Woo, close, just wide there. Looked like Ross might have had it covered. Might. Fletcher, what a goal. Nice header. He drops that in just under the crossbar. Hint of offside, maybe? Let's see here on the replay. Houghton over to Heslop. Heslop loses the ball. Houghton recovers. No, definitely not offside. Fletcher, just a nice move. Houghton, great cross. What awareness to pick out the far post like that. No, among all of those blue jerseys around, that Fletcher was in that area. And a great movement by Fletcher to get over and get his head to it. And not only that, but put it on target. Nice through ball there. Another chance for Fletcher. It looks like because of the goal kick that must have gone off the outside edge of the post. Tight angle. Another close one. It looks like we are raring to go and really look like piling on some goals today. Team is looking dominant today. 10 shots to 2 so far in the first half, better than 60% possession as we approach halftime. You really get the impression that we should be up by more than 1 goal at this point. Houghton tries the through ball. That's picked off by the D, though. Long ball from them, easily picked up by Rowe, and well played to his teammate Wood to keep possession. Nice through ball there. Another chance for Fletcher. You think Fletcher should have done better there. He should have placed that one down in the corner. So not a good attempt by Fletcher on that one, but Fletcher does have 1 goal already today, his 7th of the season. And we continue to pile it on before halftime with 2 more chances already. Here's Houghton to Heslop. Heslop fires that one high and wide. He shouldn't be shooting there. I want them to work that ball inside the box, and he's got all sorts of teammates ahead of him. And if you are going to pepper the goal, you need the accuracy, not necessarily the power there, because we can look for a rebound if the keeper can't hang on to it. All right, well, it's halftime, and things look fantastic. But you got to figure their coach is going to go into the locker room and tear into his team, which means they could really only play better than they did in the first half, which means I've got to keep my team on it so that they don't step off a bit and relax. Like, things are going well. They definitely are, but I know you could do better, meaning we can bring in more goals. Let's see how they respond. All right. Well, 4 of the guys were definitely fired up by that. That's good. The ratings really aren't that amazing, despite how dominant we were in the first half. Okay, I don't want to overcomplicate things. I'm not going to go any further than that. I'm going to leave that be. We're going to head to the second half. No changes at this point. Things are going right. Why would I change things? But let's see if things do flip the other way. Like, I figure they might be grabbing at least another 5% possession here in the second half. But we'll see if they start creating chances of it like that. They do get a shot, but we'll allow those kind of shots. Long range, off balance, under pressure. That's what any goalkeeper would ask of their defense, which I should know as a defender myself. That's what I'm always doing. Great through ball there by Fletcher. Great awareness to pass instead of shoot in that situation. And Davis fires it too much at the keeper. That was a great scoring opportunity there. Interception by Parslow. We're moving the ball ahead. Conley's through, and there's a second goal. And I think that might be enough already, as dominant as we were here in the first half. Let's watch this replay. Simpson to Conley. Conley's going to play that ball through to Fletcher, running through, but the defense, great sliding tackle to take the ball off Fletcher's feet, but Conley is there to pick up the loose ball and one-times it and puts it in the side net. Great placed shot by Conley. Fantastic goal. Love it. Houghton with the chance. He puts that wide. That's a couple feet wide. That's definitely not going to put them in any danger. But here we are at the hour mark, and we are solidly up 2-0, and it looks like we are possibly moving back to the top of the league, which, yes, I was at the top of the league before that last draw. It's early. It's only the 6th game of the season. I'm not worried about that. Wow, Fletcher, great through ball. I thought he might have been offside there, but it looks like he might have made the run from an onside position as there was no call. And, oh, man, we are looking so good. Houghton, Conley, Fletcher, and even the other surrounding support players are just having a wonderful game. All right, now it's time to start looking at fatigue management, as this is our 2nd game in just a few days. You can see Simpson is definitely tired. Oh, man, now I'm regretting having Kate on the bench, as this would be a perfect opportunity to bring in somebody else. I could move Danny Rowe up. I still have not had Danny Rowe play as a central midfielder where he's actually really good. And then bring in Barclay. It's a thought. But he's got the highest rating in the defense. And Sean Newton, not looking so great. But Parslow at least is on that left side. I might be shooting myself in the foot later for trying this. But here we go. So I'm going to sub out Simpson. But Barclay is no central midfielder. However, Danny Rowe is. So for the first time on this team, I'm going to see how Danny Rowe does as a central midfielder. And I'm going to switch him to the right. Heslop is okay as that ball-winning midfielder, but he is definitely more the central midfielder type. And Danny Rowe, with his strength in D, I think would help me out a little better here as that ball-winning midfielder. Alrighty. Well, there we go. That's our first sub. I'll save the other one, the next one, for maybe another 5 minutes from now. Oh, wow. That was us. That was a horrible mistake. Why would you pass that ball back to them when they have somebody there? Whoa, what a job by Fletcher to shake off the defender and reach that through ball. He had no business getting to that ball. Watch this free kick. Ross plays it long. Davis is going to chase it down, play it through. That defender should have stepped right in and had that ball. Fletcher just skips right past him, one-times it, puts it in the back of the net, and it is 3-0, and that's second goal of the day for Fletcher. He scores goals in bunches. It's Davis with another chance to Fletcher. Defender plays it well that time. Oh, it's so weird to see Rowe up in the midfield. All right, Davis, another cross. Lucky the keeper snatched that one away. Otherwise, we would have been up 4-0. Another ball for Davis. He's having himself a day finally. I did have a talk with him recently. And there it is, a hat trick. Conley, fantastic cross. And Davis sets it up again. Here is Davis really playing well. Houghton, great ball from him to hit Conley out on the side. Nice, simple cross from Conley. And Fletcher gets his head to it. Misplayed by the keeper there. If you're going to come out and challenge, you've got to get a hand to that ball and punch it away. He does not. And it is 4-0. Holy cow, we are having ourselves a season. But it's early. I don't want to overlook things, but dang. Loving it. Okay, Wes Fletcher with the hat trick. I could actually bring him off and rest him the rest of the way. He's got 3 goals. This is the time to bring a player like that off to a standing O in front of the home crowd and bring in Amari Morgan-Smith, who, of course, was our star last season when it came to goals, but he definitely had his weak points. He is no Wes Fletcher, but let's give him a time to shine in front of the team. And it looks like Houghton might be the other one that I'd like to get off soon. I could always shift Conley in to his traditional position and bring in Felix here in a little bit, and then that does wonders to let me rest Kate while he goes on international duty heading out in the morning. Alright, the sub is done. I'm not even going to change tactics here in the final minutes. Why? Why should I bother? We're controlling well. If they grab a goal, they grab a goal. But we can put the game away pretty quickly here. And let's go ahead and make that last substitution. Felix is going to come on for Houghton. And we'll swap Conley and Felix. Put Felix out on the left. And that'll get us to the end of the game. Just 4 minutes to play. I think Felix is going to be a good wing option off the bench super sub style through most of this season. All right, that's out. Time looks to be just about up. Davis, good job retrieving that ball. Ooh, one more chance? No. Ball goes out for the throw. Still no final whistle. There it is. 19 shot attempts, 12 on target. Great job by the team today. 61% possession. And no mistake looking at the fouls either. Just 6 fouls committed to 15. What a game from Wes Fletcher, though. They really should have named him Player of the Month last month, but he's already grabbed half as many goals 3 days into September than he had in August. So, is he the favorite for Player of the Month this month? Well, time will tell. Definitely going passionate and very happy with the result and the way that they played. And you think they should be more fired up by that, but maybe they were a little more content by the end of the game. Confident appears to be the general body language of the players after that game. Whoa, dominant win for the Gamers. 4-0. And Fletcher. I just praised him for performance like last game. I don't want to overdo it, so I'm not even going to say anything to him. What a job by him. 7 shots on target of 9 attempts. I think that's the math in my head done right. 7 of 9. 3 goals. 9.6 rating. 4 key headers. Boy, what a signing he has been. I grabbed myself some really good players going into this season. Now, based on time, it looks like I'm not going to have enough time to get that Torquay match in this episode. So I'll have to move forward in my timeline 2 or 3 games, and then we'd be getting back for the next episode, checking back in with the club on where we're at. But the season is off to a fantastic start. Really liking it. Oh, and here's that thing that I've been working on. I'm trying to bring in another central midfielder via loan from Plymouth Argyle, and so far I've not been able to get him. Been trying to sweeten the deal. He is not playing, but he is one of their bench players, and he would be a pretty strong contender to fit in alongside Kate for most games, and then Josh Simpson kind of dropping to our reserve bench guy. But they say he's got first team commitments, but it's really just cover. He's a backup. He is not a first team guy. He is role wise, he's just a backup. But apparently he's a backup they feel they need to have. So I'm trying to sweeten the deal enough to get him over. And in terms of salary, I could go all the way up. So I still have some room to play to try to get this guy signed. They're not outright turning me away. Well, anyway, let's go ahead and just go 80-80. And taking a quick look, he's got some pretty solid stats outside of tackling. But the determination is something I really like. Not a lot of speed, but in your central midfield, not such a big deal. And making a quick comparison, let's see, compared to Kate, you can see he's a little more defensive than Kate is, but has a lot of similar attributes. You can see the arc here is starting to appear, especially with Kate, more like players you would expect to see at this level and in these kind of positions, as opposed to what I have, which just kind of has a random assortment. All right. Well, that's going to do it for this episode. I'm Decathlon Gamer, and remember, I'm aiming for the best of the best. So if you're ready to join me on my journey, hit subscribe, and tune in next time on my road to the record. Bye for now.